We hope you're enjoying your day here, and especially we hope that you're seeing some great art, wonderful artists that are not seen at any other Michigan shows. So enjoy the artists who are here. My name is Patty Narozny, and I am owner and producer of HotWorks Fine Art and Fine Craft shows. We have 5 shows, and that's why this one is so successful. Orchard Lake Fine Art Show is our flagship show. We started this in 2003. It's our 16th year. And I'm proud to say it's voted top 100 art shows in the nation 10 years in a row.
Yay.
Yay. And we have now 2 shows in Boca Raton, Estero, Florida. Those are also top 100 art shows in the nation. And we have a new show that was integrated in 2017, the Asheville Fine Art Show in North Carolina. So 4 of our 5 shows are top 100 in the United States. I'm also president of our nonprofit organization, Institute for the Arts and Education, and our focus is visual arts, which means we keep the buy, sell, import out of our juried shows. It's a national problem, it's a major problem in Michigan, and I'm an advocate against it. It means that the juried shows are not, juried does not mean juried. Juried, you have to find out who is doing the jurying and what their goal is behind the event. So our focus is that all work must be original and personally handmade by the artist in the show. We also focus on community enrichment, cultural diversity, and this program fostering art education among youth. And we have a sponsor this year, Performance Residential Modeling. Thank you, and here's Jason. They're out of Shelby Township, and he's a full home improvement company. And we appreciate that they stepped up to the plate to sponsor this show. All of you have VIP complimentary tickets for this because of this group here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Lindsay, I'd like to thank her. And because Miss Lindsay is with Steinway Gallery Art Academy in Commerce Township. They're in the Steinway Piano Store. And Miss Lindsay has been a true trooper, and the reason this program has been a huge success. How many students do you have in this program?
Well, here right now we have about 32 students who participate.
Yes. Thank you. So I started this program 13 years ago. It's a unique program to HotWorks shows. And I started it for a couple reasons. First of all, our artists in the shows, our average age is over 60 years old. Our artists are fading out, and we have to replenish. But most importantly, I found out that the colleges, high schools, are not exposing students to the entrepreneurship opportunity of doing art shows for a living. So all these artists in this show do this for a living. So if you can do something you love for a living, that is half the battle, guys. So the purpose of this is to expose you to the entrepreneurship opportunity of doing art shows for a living. Here is a manual application. These are pretty much non-existent because everything is electronic. We still print it. So anyone interested in learning how to apply to a professional art show, please take one of these. I don't want to open it up, and I'm going to open it up. Look at the rules. Okay, every show is different for the rules, but this is a great exposure learning opportunity of how to apply to a professional art show. For this event, the artists have to go through a pre-jury, submit 3 images of their most compelling work, plus one of their booth presentation as they would set up at the show. So then it goes to an outside jury, and each artist probably gets 10 to 30 seconds per artist to be juried. That's how fast it goes. So it's very important for them to submit compelling images and a beautiful booth presentation. So that's how we decided to jury this show. Ami Amrani is the artist judge for the youth art competition. And we have 7 winners, not 4. And he judged based on originality. So if you're copying, we don't want to see copies. Technique and execution. Now the artists are also judged on booth presentation. Obviously that wasn't taken into consideration here. I also want to say that I read in the Wall Street Journal a few years ago, 70% of doctors and attorneys hate their jobs. 70% of artists love their jobs. Okay, so if you can do something that you love, it's very important. If you can do something you love, creating your work. The 7 awards are also going to get thank you to Performance Residential Remodeling. We have one $100 Youth Art Best of Show, 3 $50 Youth Art Awards of Excellence, and we added 3 non-monetary Youth Art Awards of Distinction to recognize additional great young artists. But each one will receive a class plus materials from Miss Lindsay at the Steinway Gallery Art Academy. And you can thank our sponsor for that. Yeah, thank you, Jason. And that was Jason's idea, by the way, when we met back in, yeah, it was his idea. Let's get down. Anyone have any questions? Questions? Who are the winners from last year who are here? Yes. Yeah, she came on television with me too. We were on Fox 2. Yeah, we have a superstar here. Anyone else won from last year?
We have Olivia.
All right, yeah, Olivia. Oh, that's right, Olivia. And she came on TV with me too. And I wanted to do a shout out there to Debbie Binder, our West Bloomfield Township clerk.
Yay!
And West Bloomfield is wonderful to work with. We are so happy that they recognize the importance of a great show like this. Can you imagine some cities don't get it? So West Bloomfield gets it. They understand the positive national exposure and the economic impact we bring to the community. We also have a winner from last year. What's your name?
Hey, Jeff. You better.
Chloe Warren. Yep, she's here too.
And Sophia.
Oh, and Sophia. Sophia was our best of show last year. She's an awesome material. So we're going to start backwards, and Ami is going to explain backwards meaning front. We're going to start with the 3 awards of extinction, non-monetary. Then we're going to do the 3 excellence and then the best of show. We ask that all winners stay around and take your photos. And then here are the ribbons. By the way, these ribbons are the same size ribbons that the professional artists get. Nice ribbons. So if you are an award winner, please stick around for your photographs. And here we go.
I have the honor to be here, and I did previously judging the main art festival, which is pretty easy because professional art is very easy to judge, but here it's something else. I mean, these kids are so great. I mean, they took me off my mind.
Great.
So I try to pick up the most thing impressive.
Let me just say something real quick. Okay, let me just say something. Art is subjective. Prize in every single show that they do. Nor do all the best artists get into every single show that they apply for. And if they don't know why, they're not told. So if you don't win, Do not give up. Congratulate those who won. And if you love creating your art, continue doing it. Okay? So if you don't win, don't give up. Congratulate those who won. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I was on a show in Tampa, Florida. I've been doing it for nearly 28 years. And the best of show over there, that's for you kids to understand, you love the art, and I'm sure all of you love. The best of show received $16,000
As a prize.
award, as a prize award. So the guy that won last year, he came this year to the show again. It was in March in Tampa, Florida.
Yes,
And he didn't win anything. So like Becky said, don't be discouraged. That means nothing, really. It's what you think and what you produce, and you know, for your future. And there we go. We'll take it on in a minute. I want her to present the prizes.
Okay. Wait, I want to see which schools they're from. So so what we want to do is we want to explain why we won the prizes, because we want to make it an educational experience. And again, just because what Ami thinks doesn't mean what anyone else is going to think. So it's all subjective. So our first non-monetary award of excellence goes to Noah Gordon from Steinway Gallery Arts Academy. Age 10, drawing. Is Noah here?
Noah's not here.
So can you get his piece?
Yes, I can.
Where's his piece?
He
He's
did.
10 years old.
Yes, he did his own superhero drawing. It is in a frame. Sorry.
Was it the Detroit?
It's right here.
Okay, so Abby, why did you select? Oh, it's well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Detail.
Why did I pick that? You know, I'm a father of 4, grandfather for 9 children. So I see here the creativity. It's amazing of what Noah thought, you know, and created. And you see, it's straightforward drawings.
Well done.
Very well done.
Well done. Our second award of distinction, Charlotte Jolivet, Deerfield Elementary, age 9. Where's Charlotte? Charlotte, come on up. Go get your work. Which piece did she win? Which piece, Abby? Which piece? Charlotte win. Can you?
Show us your art piece. Your Charlotte, right?
Which one
Yeah.
won?
Let's go. Not that one, the other one.
We have it over here. Very carefully.
So we got sculpture.
Be careful. Be careful.
Oh, it's okay. For the 9-year-old, beautiful girl, and you can all see the creativity, and it looks like more than perfect. Personally, I like it.
It's a turtle, and she uses orange and purple and blue. Okay, so look at that. That's great colors, Charlotte.
Very nice.
So I want to mention real quick, because I thought of something else I wanted to say. And the categories, most of these are drawing and painting, right? Well, guess what? There's sculpture, clay, glass, wood, jewelry, photography. Digital is a new category. We have mixed media. So there's all these different kinds of media out there. And the categories are also in the application. Digital is, okay, so the difference between photography and digital, because you have digital cameras now, so that's considered still photography. Digital is creating and drawing your work on the computer. Start from scratch. They have to start from scratch, and that's digital. And I was one of the first shows in the entire country that recognized digital as a category. And because of my suggestion, there's a beautiful show, Winter Park, Florida, one of the top 5 shows in the country, and they started incorporating digital because I said you guys have to consider new forms of media. So digital is one of those things. But, pardon?
I had no idea that that was
Yes. Yeah, he didn't have any idea that digital was a category, but we're beginning to recognize it now. Okay? So the third award of distinction goes to Joseph Farida, Steinway Gallery, age 11. All right, Joseph. Go grab your work, please.
Which one is it?
Which one is it, Mommy? He has two.
You just knew that, huh?
Why did I pick that? Is,
So photography.
yeah, it's
Took it from an airplane.
11 years old, flying somewhere, and he took photograph on the plane, which looks amazing. To my opinion, you know, we are not looking at professional photographers. It's 11 years old young man.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay, now we're going to start with our 3 $50 awards of excellence, and I should say there aren't any particular order. We would like to congratulate Miss Gabrielle Robinson from Abbott Middle School, age 12.
Hello, Gabrielle. As you all can see, it's a drawing, and the eye of the future, I would call it, looking at whatever city you can look, and the imagination of Gabriella, it's far beyond, because she has another painting down there that looks entirely different. So her thinking for the future, it looks like she's gonna be a great artist.
This is beautiful. This is an example of originality, Gabrielle. It's gorgeous. It is like well done. Alrighty. Our second award of excellence is Amanda Adams, Clay, Novi Middle School, age 12. Is Amanda here? Grab your artwork.
clay or cast?
Clay.
I don't know. Okay, it's a clay. Might be polymer clay or Sculpey or anything that synthetic clay, maybe. And you can see the creativity of Amanda that produce something like look like astronaut, and then a beautiful animals all carved and painted by hand. And I imagine she didn't even use tools because I don't see any tooling here. So well done, Amanda.
So our next award of excellence is one of our award winners from our North Carolina show. And she submitted for this event. And this is an example of how, like you guys, we have our Youth Art Competition in Estero, Florida for our Estero show. You guys can submit your applications to that show. You don't have to be there, but you can submit. We'll take it and we'll hang it at the show, and you'll be properly judged. But Miss Anya, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, Usakovic, she is from North Carolina, and where's her work? I mean,
I know where it's at.
you do? Okay. She's painting. So she has won twice. She's won at both of our North Carolina shows, different judges. And now this is her third time. And she's 11 years old. I'm not sure which one won. But this is an example too, guys, how we're trying to show you different cities. See, these artists go to different cities. Ami mentioned Tampa, Chicago.
Ooh.
And here we are looking at something my best friend passed away about 8 years ago, and he definitely, if this painting was on sale, he would buy it. I mean, this is amazing thinking of the artist, whether he or she is, because it is beautiful creation.
So who Ami is referring to, many of you have his paintings in his home, Roy Schellenberg. Does anyone remember Roy Schellenberg? Yeah, Jeffrey remembers Roy Schellenberg. Roy Schellenberg was a painter. And when we had the Orchard Lake Fine Art Show, Orchard Lake Fine Art Show is our flagship show. When we had it at St. Mary's, the second year, Roy said to me, Patty, we need you in this art show world. So that's the whole reason why I went out and did more shows. I quit working other events in Detroit. I used to work other events. They're out of business now, so I'm glad I got my own job now. But Roy Schellenberg was wonderful, and he's really the main reason why we started going out to the other cities. Beautiful. So our last award of excellence goes to Caitlin Lee, Steinway Gallery, age 11. Miss Caitlin, are you here? She's not.
No, she's in Hong Kong right now.
Okay, she's in Hong Kong. She's
This is her right here.
the cat.
This one.
Okay, you're dancing here. Okay. So if you guys are approached to sell your work, or if someone wants to buy it, sell it. Sell it, sell it. You can always make another piece. Buy art supplies with it. Beautiful cat.
Aww.
And the way she laid on the side.
This is beautiful etching. I mean, I can see something like that from professional artists, really. But seeing from 11 years old young lady, it's amazing how she does it. lying on the side with one eye blinking. I can't say more than it is amazing, beautiful.
Yay.
So our $100 Best of Youth Art goes to Rice Put. Am I saying it correctly? And is he or she here? Reese. Reese what?
Reese Tut.
Oh, Tut. Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me record.
Yes, Tut. Burbank, California. Mixed media, age 13. Yeah, so this is an example of how we're trying to show you guys around the country. Think outside of Michigan, okay?
Do you know which one it is?
Which one is it? Does anyone know?
She has 2 entries.
Those are.
Is she here? Oh no, she's not here? Oh, you're the person, okay.
One. Here's one. Which one is it?
She has 2 entries.
Well,
Which one is it?
you know,
That one?
I think that one, I was looking at both of them, and because they were side by side, you know, and it's blow my mind that a girl of 13 did 2 different things, entirely not connected one to each other, and they are perfect and beautiful. That's why I think she's at the moment the best.
So who's going to apply next year? Who's going to apply even if you don't win? You're going to apply next year? Okay? So we're confirmed for next year, for the next few years here in West Bloomfield. It's confirmed. Even if you don't win, don't go home crying, please. Okay? Congratulate those who won. You all did an excellent job. Excellent job. And our show. And you're all on my email list. By the way, you're in my artist database. So you might get some emails if I forget to take the Youth Art Kids out of our professional show applications. Pay attention to it. That's information how to apply to a professional art show. So sometimes I take the youth out and sometimes I keep you guys in because I want to expose you and say, hey, here are our shows coming up. And if you want to apply out of state, we'll gladly take your applications. Please stick around for photographs for those who you want. We have your ribbons here, we have your checks here, and we have your art class here. Does anyone have questions? Okay, thank you, and you're welcome to take your artwork. Have a great rest of the afternoon.